Yeah, I don't want to go to jail for anything. I'm much too like weak.
And you're pretty. You are listening to the Stand Up Dads podcast.
This is hecka boring.
Yeah, it is.
Let's try again.
Okay. I have cough drops sitting here, tissue, a bucket if I gotta vomit.
Jesus Christ, what has happened to you? You're listening to Stand Up Dads. This is Rob.
And Mike.
Jeez.
Turn it into Jabba the Hutt, man. Sick. It's like week six of bronchitis. And
God damn.
it's awful, man. Keep thinking it's done with me and it pulls me back in.
You're not turning into Jabba the Hutt. You're turning 50.
I hate that your answer is always that. It's because you're 50. Like,
give it 10 years. It'll be because you're 60.
Yeah. Like I went to Walmart and they didn't have what I needed. It's because you're 50. It's not.
It is.
Everything.
They don't sell the pens for your age. So anyway, we just had April Fool's Day just passed by.
Mm-hmm.
Did you prank your kid?
I've talked about it on here before. Ollie's way into pranks right now. So when I woke up, they're all smiling at me and I get my coffee. And I didn't notice anything, I guess, the first time. So then I left and I came back and I noticed, oh, God, there's hella like salt and stuff in my coffee. So nice. And then, you know, we were on like a mini vacation with our friends, Matt and Jody. Matt, who was on the podcast before, the board games. Yeah.
That was a good one.
So they were like, we're concerned you didn't taste the salt the first time. I'm like, they're like, you better get yourself checked. Then later in the day, they did a thing where they had Matt play like what was supposed to be a bear sound. And I didn't know it, that they were trying to prank me. So I was like, you know, we're all going to go use the hot tub. And they're like, we think there's a bear. And I heard it. I'm like, that's like a dog getting the hot tub. And then later, Matt was like, dude, they're all disappointed. So I'm like, oh, okay. Then he played it again. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, everybody in. And they got all like happy, like, ha, 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 we pranked you. I'm like, you did that. That's so mean, you know? But then Matt had the idea that it's like, we're supposed to leave on Friday. We were out for the spring break or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And he came in at like 9:30 p.m. And he's like, oh, I got it wrong. We have to leave at 10 o'clock. So like
at night.
Yes. So Olivia and his two daughters were like, what? No, you're pranking us. And we all start packing. So they had to pack all their stuff. They packed it hella quick, like in 20 minutes, put it in the car. And the whole time they're like, it's a prank. It's gotta be. Then finally they're getting in the car. And then Matt's like from upstairs, he's like, what are you getting in the car for? We don't leave till tomorrow. And then, oh my God, there was a good 45 minutes. I'm like, why did you do that? You're so mean.
That's commitment to a prank, because I wouldn't do it just because it's too much work.
Well, the thing was, because Olivia kept saying it was prank, he felt like he had to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, two things came out of it. One, we told him like in at New Year's when we left from our vacation, it took him like 3 hours to pack. He was like, you were done in 20 minutes. So you're like done for tomorrow. You're going to wake up and be able to leave. But then the other one was, you know, it was a good teaching moment to tell Oli, hey, man, you love doing your pranks. You got to be able to, you can't just dish it.
Yeah.
You got to be able to take it too. So she was the first one to go like, it was a good prank, you know, nice. Begrudgingly and still mad about it. Right. Yeah. Then she told me last night, she's like, I have a prank to get back at Matt. She's like, you would have been part of it, but I think you would have, you know, you would have given it away because I think you would have got too upset. I'm like, well, what's the prank? And she goes, I want Annie to like cuss me out, like really yell at me mean. And then I want you to get upset with her and break up with her in front of them, all like at their house, and then like and leave and stuff. And I was like, oh my God.
That's dark.
I'm like, that's horrible. I'm like, I don't want to do that. She's like, oh, come on. I'm like, and when I told Annie's like, I think she's like a genius. She's getting us all back. She's like, I don't want to be part of that. It's like we're being punished to be part of it. They'd be punished to be in it. It was like, dang, that's a vicious comment. Like, she's
That's
still hella
dark.
mad. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Still
scared.
mad. I know.
Is she gonna do it?
No, we're not doing that. Mm-mm. I was just shocked. That was not what I was expecting when their previous jokes were salt in my coffee or a bear sound. Suddenly there's this dramatic scene that's gonna be like horrible.
The nuclear option.
Horrible performance art.
Yeah. Now my kid put a tray in my pillowcase.
That's
great. And I was like, good one.
That's a good one.
It was simple. There was nothing to it. He was cracking up. That he got pissed off.
Did you clang your head? Did you go?
Well, he was on the underneath part. So he didn't.
Okay.
So it was less obvious. That way I didn't see.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you look tired, Dad. You should lay down. I'm like, all right, what is it? So yeah, actually it worked better that way, because if it was on the top, I'd totally see that.
Yeah.
But then he was pissed off because it was becoming afternoon and I didn't prank him at all.
Yeah.
He's like, aren't you going to prank me? I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. So I went out and I got him some Jelly Bellies, but I also got a box of the Bean Boozled. Those are the evil flavors.
Yes.
And all they had was the spicy ones. So they had like, habanero and jalapeno, and I think they had Carolina Reaper and all that. So I gave him a handful of regular ones and put one jalapeno one because it was on the lighter, and they actually taste just like jalapeno. Like they really do. Like it tastes like jalapeno and has the same heat.
Yeah.
And of the handful I gave him, that's the first one he grabbed. And he took a couple bites and he looked confused. He's like, oh, and he ran down the hall. He runs down the hall, gets in the bathroom, washed his own mouth out with soap. He's like, why would you do that? Like, he wanted me to prank you.
That's awesome.
But that wasn't enough for me. So I went to KFC.
Yo, that was fun. He's right. I should do more.
Well, I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken and picked up mashed potatoes and gravy and got like a clear dish and put the potatoes in it to make it look like ice cream and put the gravy on top. And it really looked like a sundae. And I told him, it's hot caramel. That's why it's warm. And he was all excited. And then he tasted the gravy and was just like, oh, and ran down the hallway again because he doesn't like gravy. It's so salty. So now, like, it's been a week and he's still like, anytime I hand him something, he's like looking at me like, is this fucked up?
How did you get the idea for that one? That was amazing.
I don't know. I saw that somewhere. I don't know. I didn't come up with any of this shit. I'm not that creative.
That's amazing, man. Oh my God. What's so funny is that it's April Fool's and he's just like, ooh, ice cream. Right after you give him the hot one.
Yeah, it was right after too. It was like maybe 10 minutes later. Like I was making it while he was washing his mouth out with soap. And I tried the rest. Those were actually they had a sriracha flavor, which tastes exactly like sriracha. They had a jalapeno, which tastes exactly like jalapeno. And the rest just kind of tasted crappy, but they were hot as shit.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
So April 1st, kind of a holiday, but not really. But it's not one like you would split with family. But, it kind of got you thinking about, Easter came up right after that. And so with me, it's never been an issue because I don't give a fuck about holidays. And also my family is all dead or gone. So Kim doesn't have to worry about fighting me on that. It's like, and then also before she got together with me, she was engaged to a guy his family was Jehovah's Witness. So they don't believe in holidays at all. So she never had to argue over holidays because it was always, whatever she wanted went as far as holidays and stuff. So,
wow.
But you have family and you're divorced. So there's two sets of parents. So how do you deal with that?
Oddly, it was harder before I was divorced, I think, because I don't know, for some reason it was like very important, the day of stuff, who got, where were we going to be on Easter? Where were we, between the families or something. And now I guess it's just known because Olivia's got to be so many places now. Like she, went with me to my mom and dad's. Then Melissa's boyfriend's family wants to see her too. And then she went to Melissa's family. So it is a lot of trying to schedule it, trying to figure out. And it sucks because it's like, on the one hand, it's like you don't want to like make it tiring and stressful on Olivia.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't know. I guess the good thing is she wants to see everybody. It's not like she's like, oh, I don't want to do that one. She wants to go see Nana and Bumble and Uncle, and she wants to go to, she wants to go everywhere. It's just trying to find some happy medium. Like I also am one that doesn't care about the actual day.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind doing it the day before, the week before.
Okay.
The only difference is Christmas.
Yeah.
That one is important to Olivia, where she wants to see everybody on the day. So that one,
not anymore since you ruined it for
her. She still wants that, but oh, dude, I'm gonna regret that till I die.
You are not.
Because it is sad. No, it is sad. She's got like 2 friends that know. It's so different than when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like she really presented it like she knew. And I guess she kind of did. What she just keeps telling me is she's like, I knew, but I expected you to lie again.
Yeah.
So I let her down by not lying again,
That's all parenting is, lying to your fucking kids.
Damn. Yeah, and so many of her friends and so many, like I know, like in first grade, that, somebody came and I don't remember who it was, but somebody was like, Santa doesn't exist and neither does it was like a list off of things that don't exist,
Yeah.
And she's what, 4th grade?
Yeah.
And most of her friends and cousins all still believe. So that kind of sucks.
It kind of sucks because that means our kids are dumber nowadays. It's funny because with the Easter, Owen did the Easter egg hunt and all that, and he was still excited, and he was excited to come running out to see his Easter basket. So I think that is cool just to see that excitement. So yeah, I get it. Like I'm gonna miss it because this is probably going to be. He's going to be 9 next year. He's probably approaching that age where it's not going to be so easy to fool him. Nowadays,
he's going to be 14 or 15. If you don't tell him.
If he gets to 12, I'm telling him, look, we have to have a talk. This is what your dick is for, and there's no Santa.
You're going to use like a doll.
Yeah, a Santa doll to make it even really drive it home. But okay, well, I got some solutions for splitting the holidays, but before that, I've got a clip from someone who I had never actually heard of before, but she was hilarious, called Mrs. Hughes. She's just talking about pretty much staying together so you don't have to worry about this split stuff. Here it is.
I am Mrs. Hughes. I've been married a long time. I've been married so long that my oldest daughter's my age. I didn't need to be married this long. No, I just stuck around the last 10 years pretty much to piss him off. Who thought till death do us part was going to take this long? People ask me all the time, what's the secret to a long and happy marriage? I can tell you the secret to a long one. Children. That's the reason my husband and I are together today, is the kids. Neither of us wanted custody.
I love that. And it didn't really fit,
a good one.
I liked it. And there's no comedy on this shit. So I don't know. I found an article from National Family Solutions called How to Best Split Custody for Holidays and Other Important Events. And you pretty much covered a lot of it. They have different solutions. I'll put a link in the show notes, how to best split custody for holidays and other important events. And it was funny because I saw a lot of law firms had this out there, which was, yeah, it was like almost the identical article.
How sad.
I know. But what I got from the gist of reading a bunch, I'm just going to mention one.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is communication because, you and I think, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck about holidays so much. Yeah. I mean, I still care that he gets into it. Yeah. But if it was to a point where we had to pick and choose, I wouldn't be all that big. It's like, whatever, take the days you want and I'll take the others. And,
Yeah.
but, there are days like I definitely would not give a crap about Easter. I'd probably want them for Christmas and stuff.
Yeah.
But, stuff like that. But, just communication, because you might wipe out a lot of the drama because maybe she doesn't give a crap about a certain holiday and you do.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Halloween is a huge deal for you and she doesn't give a crap about Halloween. So great. Halloween is one of yours in your bank and she can pick one, and like, obviously, like Mother's Day, Father's Day, don't be a dick.
Yeah. And we do have that. It's 4th of July. She loves 4th of July. So Melissa always has it. And I could get 2 craps about 4th of July.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get her on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Because we always do that with flowers and stuff and let them count down. So that's one where we split it that way, where it's like Halloween's a tough one. It usually goes by mostly whatever Olivia wants to do, who she wants to go trick-or-treating with, and then we all try to go if we can,
So one of the solutions would be alternating holidays. And you and I talked about this. And then when you said it the way you put it, it's like you get Halloween or you get Thanksgiving on even years and she gets Christmas on even years and flip it around on odd years. But then you're like, well, you only get a handful of years for that.
Yeah. I would never agree to that because of that, because you only get, like, really Christmas is already different now because she doesn't believe it. Yeah. Thanks. So really that means she barely would start to care at like 3 years old, probably starting to kind of get it, but not quite. But you probably have a stretch of maybe 5 or 6 real years of Christmas and Easter that matter,
Well, they all matter, but where that whole
that matter. Yeah.
it's
that
amazing
matter the
to
most.
them. Yeah.
Yes. Where it's like you're dying to wake up in the morning, like that type of feeling,
I've never had that.
You never felt that for Christmas or any of that?
No, but I'm just broken.
I'm broken.
The other one, we kind of have alluded to it before, is fixed holidays, where it's like, like you said, she loves 4th of July. Great. 4th of July is yours.
Yeah.
You want New Year's Eve. Great. That's yours, but then, you still have to go around. And then there's the split holidays where this works if you live close by. Where, part of the day, like Christmas morning with mom, Christmas afternoon with dad, or that type of thing. But it sucks if you're going far away. I mean, like your parents are in Stockton.
Yeah. But, it is what it is. Like, that's what we did for Easter. I had to get Oli to Melissa by 9 a.m. And I was like, yeah, we'll do it, because that way they get to do what they need to do. She had to go to 2 places that day. And it is, easier, obviously, if you're closer, but.
Well, the other one was double holidays where you just celebrate twice. So you have 2 birthdays, 2 Easters, 2 Christmases and all that, which just seems kind of, I don't know. I think it just leads to spoiling the kid, but.
Well, that happens anyway, kind of, because there generally is at least 2 birthdays, because we'll each have one, predominantly either one of the families or friends or something. Last year, because of the pandemic, she ended up with like 3 birthdays, because we did one where we rented the studio movie grill. So she could have something with her friends.
Yep.
And then she had one at Nana's and she had one at Melissa's. So
got it.
Yeah. I mean, it is hard. It is. You do end up feeling like they probably are getting kind of spoiled, but at the same time, it sucks that for them still, even if it is a mature handling of a divorce, it's still no fun for a kid,
Well, shoot. I mean, not even with divorce. I mean, even if you're still married, you got to deal with that. Like if I still had my parents and they wanted to see my kid on Christmas or whatever, I mean, it makes it tough.
Yes.
So, I mean, you don't have to be divorced for this to apply.
No. When I was younger, it was more like that, where it was more important, and it would feel like it would start up in the summer already, where it would be like the forces are gathering, like, well, I really want to have Thanksgiving, and you're like, oh no, it's starting already.
Yeah. Well, and the only other one they had here was 3-day weekends, which even if it's like, well, I'm supposed to have the kid on Monday, it's like, you know what, just figure out the 3-day weekends that matter to you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, look, I get them Memorial Day, you get them Labor Day, that type of thing. It's like,
Yes.
don't be a dick just to be a stickler for the rules, because no one's having fun then.
I agree. We don't even go that way. Like we are like, we're 1 week on, 1 week off, but we totally just adjust to if she's like, I really want to have her, usually we're switching on Friday afternoon. If she's like, I want her Friday night, I'm like, okay, because it evens out. There's weeks where if they're off or I have a week off.
Yeah. Well, you just can't say, look, I really want to get laid this week. Can you take her? That one doesn't work so well.
I probably could say that.
But not at the beginning.
Not right when you're, you wouldn't be smart right when you're going through something. Years later,
Well, to work up to that call, you'd have to pop some high energy mocha shots from Seattle Gummy Company.
Oh, that's a smooth transition.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty shitty. But it helps you focus. It gives you all the caffeine in a cup of coffee 5 times faster for half the cost of what you would spend at a coffee shop. It works. It's great for, in the afternoon, after lunch, when you're just hitting that wall, just gets you through the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Click the link in the show notes, enter the code StandUpDads15 and get 15% off your order.
And they're delicious.
And they're effective.
They're delicious. Delicious, right. Robert.
I think they work better than they taste, but whatever. And people have been buying them, which is really cool. I see that. Nice. I get like a little notice. So if you guys want to tell us what you think, if you think they're delicious or if they're just effective or both, let us know. Yeah, you can email us at thestandupdads@gmail.com. But again, click the link in the show notes. And don't forget, you can also combine bonus offers so you can save more on your caffeine. Seattle Gummy Company, Stand Up Dad, tested and approved. Get shit done. Now, our bad dad.
Okay.
This guy. So apparently this guy, I don't even know where to start with this guy. This happened back in February. This guy got arrested, but the body cam footage apparently just came out. So that's why it's becoming news again.
Okay.
Man arrested at Disney Springs, refused temperature screening, refused to leave, and gets arrested.
I remember this one.
So I watched the footage of this thing because I was like, okay, what's going on? I'm expecting like an anti-masker. It made no sense. The guy had his mask on. Like, stand still for 3 seconds for them to zap that thing on your head. And it's all theater anyway, because you could totally be carrying and not have a fever.
Yeah.
And no, but you want to have your kids watch their dad get arrested at the happiest place on earth. Because this fucking asshole.
What made him draw the line at that?
I don't know.
I will wear your mask, but I will not. Yeah.
Well, he was there. It was, this is in Orlando at Disney Springs. I don't know.
I think that's probably one of their hotel
resorts.
Areas.
Okay.
Probably.
He refused to get a temperature screening, and he had a mask on, and he said, I spent $15,000 to come here.
As does everybody. You can't.
And it's like, okay, so what are you trying to say? So he actually said, they can't ask me to do that when I paid $15,000. And the cop said, that is not a true statement, sir.
That is not a true statement.
They 100% can. So yeah, and then apparently they cuffed him. They took him out back so no one would have to watch all this stuff. Although, except for his family, which is like, what do you do? Like, dad just got arrested. I guess let's go on the rides anyway. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, they should have. All right, well, see you later, Dad.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. But what an awful end to it.
It happened on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Make it even better. So yeah, but it was funny because I guess the guy said, okay, I'll do the temperature thing now. So, oh yeah, we'll take your temperature, but that'll be in jail. And
wow.
So Kelly Sills, you ruined Disney for your kids.
Wow.
It drives me nuts because people are so entitled right now. Like, everyone's so focused on, I have a right for this, I have a right to that.
Yeah.
And it's just, why? It's like the whole mask thing is a right thing, which no, it's not. It's just, it's a private company telling you that you have to do that to go there, which, it's like no shirt, no shoes, no service, no mask, no temperature, no service. I don't understand.
Yeah.
If you don't want that, then don't go in. But these guys will be the first ones to go to the defense of the baker that doesn't want to make a cake for two gay guys, or
Totally.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like you can't have it both ways, guys. But
I don't get it at all because the whole mask thing, it never made sense. Like you really can't breathe with the thing on there. Always like, I can't breathe. I can't do, it's so hard to breathe. It's like, what?
What are you wearing?
Yeah, and how do you breathe? Do you only breathe through your mouth? I can't breathe.
I forgot to tell you, I saw this asshole walking around in Target. This is about a month ago.
Uh-huh.
And I looked, I'm like, he has a funny looking mask. He was wearing a bra, which at first I thought,
they're so dumb.
Okay, I'm an asshole. So because part of me chuckled like, haha. And then it went from haha to, oh, you're a dick. You know, and it was just hanging, swinging off his face.
Yeah.
Just, it reminded me of the Ood in Doctor Who.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, not really.
They look kind of like calamari from Star Wars.
I think I've seen that picture of them. Yeah, I haven't seen the show though.
Yeah. Okay. They've got like this ball that they carry around. I don't know. It just hangs off their face. But I was just like, okay, you made your statement. Whatever.
What's wrong with you? Yeah, man. The other thing was the 6 feet thing where people had a problem with that. And it's like, I don't want you closer than that anyway.
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with you people that not only entitled to get in your personal space and entitled to like make a scene, you know?
I haven't heard of anyone like spitting on or coughing on other people lately, like it was, this time last year. Yeah. So I'm glad that thing is gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Email us. Tell us what you think. thestandupdads@gmail.com. Subscribe, rate us. It's how our show grows. And if you want to hire someone to draw a picture of an asshole getting arrested in the happiest place on earth, who would they write to?
They'd write to me, Pencil for Hire. Go to Pencil for Hire, pencilforhire.com or Pencil for Hire on Instagram. Oh, they're my mom said that they might have the vaccine for kids soon.
Good.
So I got to stop bugging Oli because I told her just like a couple of days ago, I told her, I'm like, they almost have because she's terrified of shots. I was like, they almost have it. I go, but they got to give 4 of them. And she's like, no, they don't. I'm like, yeah, they got to give one in both arms and in both butt cheeks. And she's like, no, they don't. I'm like, yeah, they it's not strong enough. It has to get in 4 quadrants.
You should show her old smallpox vaccine scars.
Oh,
remember those?
No,
Remember? Oh, really? Like,
no.
Ask your mom and dad. They probably have them.
Wow.
It's like the size of a nickel, just like a big indent on their arm. It really scarred you.
Wow.
It was like, because it was like a gun with like, I don't know how many needles on it, and it would just go boom.
Wow.
And it was always upper arm.
Oh, yeah. I should go. No, if I find that video, she's gonna fight me.
Oh, she flip out. Yeah. Maybe after, but
yeah. Yeah.
Know. So hopefully that comes out soon. And you have a collection of comics out.
You know, I don't want to keep
Clumsy Love. Click the link in the show notes. Mike made a comic strip. It's got like 600 clips in there, and they're good. Check them out. Again, click the link in the show notes for Seattle Gummy Company. Enter the code StandUpDads15. Save money on your order. Check out my side project, The Gag on This Podcast. We just had Bay Area comic Jen Perez on to kick off a month of hilarious women comics for the month of April.
Nice.
And she was great. She has a really interesting story. She's from New York. She was actually a cheerleader for the Jets and decided to come out here and became a comic.
Cool.
And just has a great attitude, was funny, it's definitely worth checking out. So I don't know. We're going for a short one this week because last week we went kind of long, and hopefully you guys listened to that with the guys from the Pop Culture Hootenanny. We had a great time with them, and hopefully we'll be on their show soon. I'll keep you guys posted on that.
Cool.
Until then, enjoy whatever holiday is coming up. What is it? Mother's Day coming up. We'll be talking before that. I'll cut that out. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Talk to you next week.
Thing I want to say is thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.